Seeing who's going to tap in. 8 a.m. Monday, June 15th. Big day for the state of Michigan. The state of Michigan will be going back to business in the sense of many restaurants and bars and other establishments will be opening up. Be careful as we try to get back to this new normal. Young Reginald, what's up, brother? Bright and early all the time. How you doing, Double Dog? I appreciate your support. Appreciate our friendship going way back to Henry Ford High School and the fact that we can talk right now today, Brother Burnside. Yeah, man, I'm glad you're on here, Brother Burnside. Yeah, I need you to be on here today. Yeah, that was all right. You must have felt something in the wind, brother. Mo Benson, game solid. Training in the building, you know. Here we go. And I know I got a lot of people on here that I talked to about, but Brother Burnside, stand by, man, because you may need to chime in and with a quote or two or a comment or two. I'm just kind of channeling you right now. Well, folks, I'm glad to have you all here for another Monday Motivation. As you know, I use my background as a sports psychology consultant to try to come to you every Monday with some encouraging words to help you get through, especially in this time of COVID-19 and post-George Floyd civil unrest. And today I still have that in mind. I thought long and hard about what I was going to talk about, but I was impacted by the things that are happening right now. Carl Bowe, what's up, brother? Good to see you. You know, so with that, do know that my comments are all in consideration of keeping you motivated. You know, giving you something that can help you go forward. Michelle Mimi Watkins, good morning. Thinking about you too. Got a word for you later too. Makes me want to holler, throw up both my hands. The late, great Marvin Gaye. This song came out on an album called Inner City Blues, 1971. I was 5 years removed from even being thought about. Some 50 years later, these songs and lyrics reign so true. His face and what it says on there, you know, the agony, you know, the pain that we all can relate to, what's going on. Well, why are you talking about that, Lindsay? Well, if anyone's been watching the news, you can just look at this this clip. And if you can look really hard in the clip and you look really closely, you see Atlanta police officer and you see Rayshard Brooks, who later dies after this encounter. He is running from the police after he was being stopped for a violation. His vehicle was over here. He was parked in the Wendy's parking lot. Forrest Boyer, Brick by Brick Boys, what's up? He was parked in the Wendy's parking lot. Been inebriated, been drinking. He decided to pull over, and for whatever reason, he was done. And I'm not going through the facts in that regard. If you saw the video, the police officer was definitely committed to writing him a citation and arresting him for drunk driving, even though he was no longer in a vehicle and he wanted to just walk home. Actually, to his sister's house, he said it was a few moments away. The brother had been out. He was preparing for his daughter's birthday. He was talking. Very understandable and relatable. Now, police have discretion. It's not for me to say every police officer should let you go. But in this particular case, it wasn't about, man, let's get you home. Come back and get your car tomorrow. It was that I'm going to make sure we get you this DUI, take this breathalyzer. So this brother made a bad decision. I'll be the first one to tell you that. He made a bad decision. He wrestled with the police. He ended up getting the police officer's taser, the non-lethal weapon, taser. He ran away. His back was to him. He turned, and you can even see whether it's the taser discharging or the color of the taser, because we all know they're yellow. And he knew he had his taser because he took it from him. Fired his non-lethal weapon, and the officer discharged rounds, shooting him twice in the back, killing him, is what the autopsy said. And it was ruled a homicide. Young Book, what's up, man? I see you out there. So I'm not going to get into a debate about right or wrong, should that happen. Brother Kirksley, good to see you, brother. Brother Kirksley representing Chicago, A4A all day long. I'm not going to get into that. But the reality is that should somebody be stopped at a traffic stop because they have been drinking lead to a death sentence on the street? A friend of mine posted something, said, hey, he turned, he fired a weapon at the police. Those are the things that happen. But I think we have to ask ourselves a fundamental question. Is being drunk and drunk in the parking lot, should that be a death sentence? And is this safer policing for our communities, particularly communities of color? Now, I will go on to say that Mayor Bottoms of Atlanta quickly had him fired. She said it was not good use of excessive force, and the police chief resigned. So my point being is, man, you can argue, oh, this is different than the other cases. He wasn't unarmed. It doesn't matter, man, because just as soon as this video went up, I saw somebody show a video of a white male terrorizing the police, literally chasing the police around, police running from him, not using deadly force. He jumped in a police officer's car, drove around that, jumped in his own car, smashed to the police officer's car. It's all one incident. Another car comes. They still chase him, non-deadly force, no deadly force, no force was used. He drives off. So my point being is, don't tell me you can't do it. Now, whether there's a psychological impact that when a white person sees a black person, they feel less connected to them compared to a white person seeing another white person, then that's not like, I'm not here to debate that. I'm just talking about what can I tell you guys today that can help you get through. Because America's still on fire. That Wendy's got burned up that night. That Wendy's burned to the ground. And people love to say, oh, you burned up your communities. We don't own these communities. These are communities we dwell in. Lindsay, what's up with you today? What's going on, man? I'm just tired, man. We don't own these communities. Yeah, you can own a home, but these businesses and whatnot are overinsured. We don't own these. We didn't own that Target. That's not something we go and we shop there. We patronize them, but we don't own them. So we're not burning up our community. And this conversation never happens. Black man to white man to black man. You have it on small cases, but you don't have it straight up all the time. Now, shout out to the brothers out there. Good morning, Angie. Shout out to the brothers out there that I've talked to. I'm shout out my guy, Ben Bakken. Ben and I had a real straight up conversation during the whole Grand Led Superintendent debacle. I reached out to him. He talked back to me, and we had a real conversation. I appreciate that, but that's done almost at a percentage that it doesn't exist. Now, white women will be on the front line and will get up and talk and share, but not white men, because I feel that they feel that what they most benefit from is at risk. So they have no benefit of having this conversation. They have no benefit. What's up, Al? What's going on? Anybody else who checked in, I miss you. I'm sorry. I'm not really as locked in on that because I'm really moved by what's going on. Now, here's my thing. People want to have these discussions about race in America. I want to learn more. I want to get an understanding. Help me out. Man, I'm not having these conversations no more. I'm not sitting, and I would encourage you not, in the sense that don't sit and try to explain to somebody your pain to justify your existence. Because here's the thing. If this person right here was going up for a new job, studying for the bar, or doing something where they stand to benefit from, oh, they go get that research in. Or they go reach out. Or they go find out what they need to find out. They go study, they go cram, they go on the internet, all those things. So don't look at me or anyone else as a source for you when you feel it's time to get this conversation. Because if you want to know, you go know. If you want to know about that girl you like, you go do some research. You want to know about that young man you like, you go do some research. If it's beneficial to you, you go do the research. Because it's all about the money, man. We have to remember, African Americans, former Africans now in America, we came here based on financial reasons. It was a slave trade, as horrific as it was, but it was based around the dollar. And as we have this communal understanding with each other, we have to realize that America is based on the economics. That's why we see Roger Goodell, and I talked about this on Jack Ebling's press pass. Shout out to Jack Ebling, true ally. We'll kick it. He used this platform to have these kind of discussions. And you look at what's happening out here, it's about the money, man. So I'm saying, man, cut the check. Just cut the check, man. I'm not saying continue to devalue black lives, but as we go forward and try to do things, just cut me the check, man. And I'm talking about cut a big check, because here's the wealth income inequality right here. This is a brief graph from the Brookings Institute. Lindsay, you don't have any numbers on there. I don't got to justify nothing. I'm past justifying anything because we all know what it is. Brother Williams, what's up, Sean? Good to see you. That's the wealth inequality line from the Brookings Institute, one of the most reputable research and data sources in the world. And I don't have to tell you, this is black people and this is white people. And here's the inequality of the economic situation, because that brother Rayshard Brooks, say his name, is not going home to do this today. That could be me and my daughter, or so many of my partners and their sons. See, this is not happening. This is what happens. George Floyd and his daughter, that's not happening. So what I'm saying, cut the check and cut a big check. Yeah, you can PayPal me, you can Cash at me, the SPS Edge, and I'll talk about more of that. But I'm saying that all these allies out here, particularly white people who want to help, well, let's talk about what's important to you, because America respects money. Everybody's talking about, oh, it's horrible what happened to George Floyd, but what do they say in the same breath? But don't burn down the buildings and the property. They are showing you their hand that property is the most important things. Maybe we don't value property like that because we haven't had it in mass, unless you want to go back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street, when we had airlines, we had our own businesses, and because we didn't have to go work for white people, they showed their rage and they bombed it and they burned it down. Then you move on to Rosewood. I mean, these are facts. So anyone who tries to say, why don't African Americans just grow your business? Well, we tried that. And racist white people, and I'm not saying all white people, but that's my only caveat, but racist white people burned that down. And I don't want to hear the black on black crime. We've debunked that myth. Crime is crime. So my point being is, if you really want to help, cut the check. Barbara Streisand gets it. This came up without me even making this happen. I talked about this last night on Jack Ebeling's Press Pass. What you see right here, that's Gianna Floyd. That's George Floyd's daughter. And what she's holding up? A letter. She is now a shareholder with Disney Corporation, one of the most valued corporations in the world. Barbara Streisand, super megastar. Coach Watkins, what's up, made Gianna Floyd very well off based on her giving her stock in Disney. Barbara Streisand is worth $450 million, almost $500 million. And I'm sure she gave her more than one share stock. So it's interesting, too, that Barbara Streisand, with all her wealth, could have easily cashed her out and gave her cash money. But she decided to give her stock. So to compound the successful financial opportunity even more great, let's see what my guy Sean says. They won't give us stock options in these companies, these United States we built. Yeah, cut the check, chump. I'm with you on that. And then that kind of gets into conversation about reparations. And again, this is Lindsey Huddleston with SPS talking about what's good for your mental health. Because, see, I'm tired, man. And I've used my platform to try to not talk about these issues and discuss other things. But I'm tired, man. So what I'm telling white America, or those who want to be allies, support brothers and sisters out here and what they're doing. I don't care if you don't have a business. If you're a coach, man, hey, coach, I got something for you. I want to drop these things off. Because the reality is that economic disparity and racial injustice, racial injustice, the cornerstone of that is economic inequality. Brother Burnside, what you had to say? Bronzeville is another wealthy, striving, economically diverse, and self-sustaining black community destroyed by white hatred. Let me go back to what my brother's saying right here. For their desire to put themselves. Miss Melanie Nunn, my freshman English teacher, I'm out here, Miss Nunn. You can take credit for what I did, good or bad. So the reality is that what I'm trying to tell the people who are patronizing me right now, look, be open to getting financial support. And it doesn't mean that finances mean you can go on and continue to practice injustice, but it helps repair us, make us whole, to move us forward. And do it with a wink, do it with a thumbs up. Hell, you can do it with both. And what do I mean by this? It's funny, I was out yesterday as I was thinking about these remarks, and a white woman, middle-aged white woman, and there was nothing provocative about this. In my view, there was nothing sexual about this, but she gave me that wink. And it was a wink of understanding. It was a wink of Julian Darden. What's up, brother? I know you know about economics and what's going on, successful businessman. It was a wink of saying, I'm with you, a wink of solidarity. That was important. Or you can give me a thumbs up. If I'm in line at Starbucks, go ahead and cover that. Go ahead and get that. Let that guilt come on out. Take care of that. Brian Belly, how you doing, brother? This is what people who are probably not on my feed who need to hear this. This is what you can do to help move things forward. Because, see, black people, we've been suffering since we landed in this country. And to show our resilience, we still make strides and make way. And you see things like an African-American president. But for the most part, black folks still suffer. And we suffer because of economic hardship on top of the racial injustice that we go through. So what I'm saying, a wink and a thumbs up if you want to move things forward, And last thing I'll say about this economic piece in that regard is this. Thank you, Ms. Nunn. Is this. you know, when you buy an engagement ring, and I know that. What's up, Brother Beverly? What's good, baby? I appreciate that, and congratulations on a new beautiful Gigi in your life, you know. Shine, yes, Miss Morris, I will shine. Here's the point. When you buy an engagement ring, and I know this from 10 plus years ago when I bought an engagement ring, it said that you're supposed to spend 1/3 of your income. Now, why is that? Just to impress? It's because the commitment is supposed to be so important to you. It's supposed to be so meaningful to you that it requires you to sacrifice a lot. So for all the white people out here who sympathize and feel what's going on, make a sacrifice. And not a one-time sacrifice. You got to make a lifelong sacrifice. You got to make a lifelong sacrifice to support black and brown people in America, because you got to catch up for the 400 plus years that we've been going through it. So you want to do me a favor, man, cut a check. I'm talking about a check that's beyond Cash App standards. I think Cash App, you can go 5 racks, maybe 10 racks. So I've been in corporate America. I've had a $3 million budget, and I've been able to see, because other people like to say, well, you won't manage the money right. That's bull. I've been in places where I've cut the check and given organizations money, and I've seen organizations that were African-American organizations that were just as successful and can do the same. See, the thought process is that African-Americans don't have the savvy to handle these finances, that we can't handle stuff. We're just like anybody else, but see, that's what's been put upon us when you talk about a system of white supremacy. You know, I call it a system of white insecurity. Lindsay, you going in this morning, but it's the truth, man. I'm not debating this. And I don't have no hatred in my heart, man. I got love for my people and love for myself, but that could have been me, man. Man, out here hustling, trying to put something together for my daughter. Maybe had a couple drinks too many, and the brother pulled over. He said, man, he told the police, I'm not feeling like myself right now. He knew. Okay, he's trying, but the discretion didn't work to his benefit. So I'm saying discretion doesn't work to our benefit as America, so cut a goddamn check. Give me some money, because that's the only thing you understand and respect. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm telling people who will listen to this, be okay with somebody picking up the bill for you. You earned it. You deserve it. Be okay with that. And I'm okay with it. And white people, you like, well, I don't know what to say. Give me a wink. Give me a thumbs up. Y'all want to be down with the culture so bad? Here's your opportunity. Because we all want this. Peace and tranquility, whether it's taking the visit, to, Bora Bora, the French Polynesian Islands, having this as a screensaver, whatever it is you may do. Young Bert in the building. Last thing I'll share, that's Damian Lillard, NBA ball player, out here protesting. And the reason I use him, because he represents so many things about what white America likes to be involved in. He represents swag, he raps, got a little nice rap game, can hoop, but he's an activist. But it all goes the same. This is where we at right now. Cut the check, man. Cut the check. Do me that favor. And I'm not saying just give me that. I have a nonprofit organization. Sports Psychology Solutions is a nonprofit. My goal and dream is to be able to go through schools throughout the country and teach sports psychology, mental toughness, and mental health to young people. My book which will be available in approximately 2 weeks. Buy my books out. Buy them out. Keep buying them, and let me give them to children throughout the community. Give it to people. So I'm saying there's something to be used with the money. I could just go through my timeline right now and see all kind of people out here. What's up, James? Jimmy in the building, who doing great things, who can use that. But people like to make us feel that what we have is inadequate, that what we have is not enough. And I done been on the other side, man. I done pulled the curtain back, and the wizard ain't too impressive, man. And I feel that in these times I can say that. And if it offends you, you got a problem. If you get offended by my remarks, your ass need to cut a bigger check. Well, the money won't satisfy everything. No, but I'd rather cry in the bins, baby. I'd rather be able to, increase my life insurance policy for my daughter. I'd rather be able to do other things for my community. Benjamin, true ally. That's right. Ben, you saying none of this stuff happens right. I'm not able to read the rest of your comments, but we're not debating nothing right now. We're not debating nothing right now, Ben. I love you, man, but ain't no debate. So with that, folks, let me, put this all together. And I appreciate so many people checking in. I'm fed up, and I've been fed up. I'm saying be okay with the financial benefits that come from the guilt that's placed upon America for the atrocities that African Americans experience. And this is not a debate about what African Americans do. Most high in the building, I know that's you out there, man. This is not a debate about what African Americans do, because when we commit crimes, we go to jail. When we get crime, we punish. Hell, we're punished more so than anybody else. So that's really not a debate. And this wasn't meant to be a debate. What do you say, Mama Nun? Economics is the only thing that whites understand. You said it right. Coming from my 9th grade teacher who influenced me to go on and run for homecoming king freshman and sophomore year. Then Steve Banks came by and did the same. So I'm just saying I'm okay with that. I'm okay with accepting your guilt money. I'm okay with that because I'm going to put it to good use. Erica, good morning. I'm going to put it to good use, and you should too. Be okay with somebody in line in front of you picking up the tab. And for the white people who see this, if you guys share this, you don't got to have no awkward conversation because it's going to be awkward. But shit, I understand you picked up the tab and say, hey, man, here you go. Great seeing you out there with your family. Or here you young guys go. Have a good day. Because what it also does, it lessens the potential, hatred that we could develop towards white people when we see this stuff. And then they come online and say stuff like, well, it was justified. TK's in the building. Superstar TK's. So I'm saying, as part of your mental toughness, your mental health, be ready, man, because them guilt checks about to start rolling. They're going to start rolling and accept them. It's yours, because many other races receive reparations. We've even been conditioned not to even talk about reparations in this country. That we shouldn't talk about, no, I'm going to make it on my own, man, whatever. I've been behind the 8 ball, and this ain't me giving up, because if you know me, I grind every day. All my partners on my timeline, TKs, we grind every day. I hope y'all get it, man. Stop justifying these conversations. Stop getting on these forums, in my opinion, and trying to talk to people and help them understand your pain, man. They know your pain. They know your pain. They see it every day. But some people benefit from your pain, whether it's financially or psychologically. Lyndon Baines Johnson, former American president, once said, if you can make the lowest white man feel good, then you can win an election. The lowest white man theory. That's horrible stuff to talk about, but this is what we're talking about right now. Ken Williams in the building. Shout out to Asbury Park. Looking forward to your movie coming out, brother. So I don't know how much time has been going on. We still out here, man. But I'm just saying, man, economics, man. Don't get it twisted, man, because the other part of it, too, you really want to go there. Because we start talking about the economics. That gives us the opportunity to empower ourselves in our community. See, because when you go, and Dr. Claude Anderson talked about this, because when you talk about economics, you could influence your police force. You can influence the judges who are elected. That's also voting, too. You can buy or rent these politicians. Oh, Lindsay, what harsh language, but it's the truth. When you make a campaign contribution, you are leasing the politician to support you. When you continue to make contributions, you buy the politician. There's no disrespect to my elected officials, but you respond to those people. Now, the other part of it is, there's 2 parts to the political game. I'm saying this as a former lobbyist and former, staffer with the Granholm administration. You can either buy them or you can get them through the votes. Because if you vote in the block and you got a lot of votes, you go get them. Don't worry, politicians heard nastier things. So what I'm saying, folks, is let's continue to be self-efficient. If you on here as, hey, mama, I thank my mama for this. You on here as a white person and you feeling some kind of way, hey, just roll with it. You don't got to explain nothing, because there ain't really nothing to explain no more. When Job was suffering, and I'll wrap up with this, when Job was suffering, when God afflicted him, I'll never forget this. They said his friends just came and sat in silence. What do you say to someone who Job lost all his children, lost all his crops? Even the Bible recognizes the importance of finances, because it said we go take his crops from him. We go take his cattle. See, that was his livelihood. The Bible even recognizes that. We've been told, oh, don't worry about money. Hell yeah, worry about money. Because these lights got to stay on. I got to keep a roof over my head. Madeline wants what she wants, and she deserves it. But even when Job was afflicted, man, his friends, they just came and sat with him in silence. So to my white, allies out here, you can just be here in silence, man. You don't got to say nothing. Just show up. And if you got the resources, because it's probably more likely you do, because on average, I show you the statistic, there's an income inequality going on. Cut the check, man. Shit. I got you, dog. Not one time, but when you can. Now, if your pride bothers you with that, okay, let it bother you. That's okay. But don't stop. Don't stop. Because anyone listening to this, you got a whole lifetime to fix it. And I got a whole lifetime to benefit from it. Now you want to get into this, oh, you're not working. I don't want to hear that. I work hard every day. Most of my partners do. Muhammad El Amin, that brother work hard every day to provide for himself, his family. And his hard work can be going to the gym because he's a professional basketball player. See, we got to change the narrative of making people of feeling that we're inadequate with what we do, that we have something to be ashamed of because of our culture. Our culture moves this world. It moves this world. I'm talking about from the kids who get it out the mud, who have things to say, who come up with phrases. It moves the world. I was on campus yesterday at Michigan State grabbing something to eat because I live in the area, East Lansing, and I hear somebody bumping some music, you know, some rap music and some lyrics, and I turn, it's a white female in a convertible Mustang. She was just, so we transcend. So my final remarks is, it makes me want to holler, and that was me hollering today, folks. You know, I'm at about, 25 minutes today, man. Makes me want to holler, throw up my hands. But, cut the check and be okay with the check being cut. This is Lindsey Huddleston with Sports Psychology Solutions. You want to support what I'm doing, my efforts, you can support my nonprofit, that being the SPSEdge, Sports Psychology Solutions. Brother Fomby, what's up? Support that brother. Cash App Brother Fomby. Hell, if you don't even need a haircut, Cash App him so he can cut some other young man hair. See, that's how this works. When you give us money, we have what you call discretionary income, which allows us to be more philanthropic. That's how that works. When we get additional money, we're able to be philanthropic and we're able to help more. Shout out to Michelle Mimi Watkins. Support, New Breed Track Club. Support the Kyra Jefferson Speed Clinic. Oh, we got something to do with the money. And if it goes just to clothes, then let it be that. Because you know what? Sometimes clothes help us with our self-esteem. And if anybody need help with their self-esteem, sometimes it's black people. So it's not for the giver to judge what the money is for. You got to just give. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because when you support me, I'm going to shout out my brothers. Because I'm going to feel more confident in who I am and what I can do to spread love. But if I'm scraping and just scrounging and holding on and living a life with fists closed to hold on, I can't have no love for my brother. And it's not for outside society to judge me. Why they don't support each other? Because I don't have shit. Because I'm struggling, man. But when I get this extra in addition, I'm part of this real American dream. When I'm part of this, land of milk and honey, I'm able to show more love. I got to shout out Magic Johnson. I remember something that was said. Ken, that's right, Asbury Park the movie. Definitely go check out my man Ken Williams, Asbury Park the movie. We're going to be talking about that soon. You got your girl from The Wire in there holding it down, Young Squeak. But I remember there was a Greater Lansing Hall of Fame. And Magic Johnson was a speaker, and I worked my way over to him and got to meet his lovely wife, Cookie. And Magic got up there, and he was like, I just want to say I'm going to donate $100,000 to the Lansing Sports Hall of Fame. Shout out to Jack Abling being a board member there. Des, we was trying to get you in there too, baby. Shout out to Moneyball. So I was sitting with her at the time, and I looked at Cookie Johnson. I said, did you know he was going to do that? She said, no, he do that all the time. That's because he got money. You see, he got money and he's giving more. See, when I have more, I can give more. So white America or anyone has any influence of that, cut the check, man. Cut the check. And get past your own issues, because it's funny. People can be judgmental and say, well, all black people go do is go and spend and look like this, but y'all love that. Because as soon as y'all see it, we see you doing it. We see you doing the new dances. We see you with the fashion. So quite hypocritical, you say you don't want me to explore my ability to be a cultural phenomenon, because as soon as I do it, you turn around and look like that. I see y'all blowing up out there. Makes me want to holler. So cut the check, man. We got to respect what mainstream Americans respect. We got to respect what white Americans, so they respect that dollar, man. Hell yeah, you go tell a former slave, don't worry about money. Hell yeah, you can. So what's up, Carrie? Carrie, good people out here. Hell yeah, you go support, tell a former slave, don't worry about money because you ain't paying me. So we grow up with this mindset, it ain't about the money. It is about the money. Quan in the building. Trying to wrap this up, man, but y'all just coming through showing so much love. Maybe I got to start at 8:30 sometimes. But all I want to say as I wrap this up, yeah, man, I'm tired, man. And being tired is giving me clarity. Clarity to use my platform to send a message that I hope can send you guys out here with an expectation of being self-sufficient, working hard, but being okay with white America's guilt and being okay saying it. You want to do me a favor? Pick up the tab, man. Small or large. It's not for debate. I ain't debating this because we know what it is. So with that, I love you guys so much. I appreciate that. CTD, baby. Cut the damn check. CTD, cut the check. So I want you guys to have a great day. I want you to have a great week. I'll be coming at you later in the week with a SPS mental health, SPS mental toughness Zoom class with my intern, Delano Swift. He's doing a great job. Going to bring some people on to talk about other mental toughness issues as it relates to sports and whatnot. And still taking a hiatus from the SPS mental health moments. Shooting for that June 29th launch date of the book, my second book, this one being the SPS-Edge, a guide to mental toughness. I appreciate you, Miss Dunn, Miss Melanie Dunn, my high school teacher, holding it down in Paducah, Kentucky. I still know about Paducah. I'm going to let you guys go. So I'll talk to you guys soon and share this message, and maybe we'll get to the right places and be okay with accepting that check when it get cut. Take care. That's right, folks. Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building on southwest side Detroit. How do you hit a free throw? How do you finish strong? That's important. So the other part of the spectrum is...
Okay, wake the streets up. Okay, come on. Okay.
It's always packed, always loud, always crazy. So it's a tough place to play in. You gotta go in there with my.
So I'll be in there tomorrow. That's really my motivation. Is I want to be like Gabe Brown. Gabe Brown shoots like